You're listening to Profit Without Worry, episode number 148. Let's talk about training and certifications because this is a massive cash cow for unethical business owners selling a fake certificate program. So before you decide to invest in a certificate program, let's break down how to decide if it will help you or just drain your profits. Hey there, I'm Michelle Evans, and this is the show where coaches, experts, and business owners like us get real about what it takes to create a profitable online business. I can tell you from experience that nonstop hustle plus random acts of marketing do not equal success. So how do we attract a steady flow of clients and sales without all the hustle? This is the Profit Without Worry podcast. Hey there, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Have you checked out the brand new free resource I created just for you? It's a tell-all article that I wrote called The Real Reason Proven Marketing Formulas Have Stopped Working. And in it, I name names. I show proof of how the syndicate shaped the online marketing industry, and I show you why those pesky proven formulas are no longer working. And I'm here to tell you, it's not you. It's the system. I'll link to this article in today's show notes, which you can find at profitwithoutworry.com/episode-148, or you can go to profitwithoutworry.com/article. Okay, let's dive into today's show. Look, I did a coaching certification back in 2010 to 2012. It was a long program. It was intense. We had 6 months, which every month for 6 months, we had a 3-day weekend retreat that were intense. It was Friday all day, Saturday all day, Sunday all day. And by the time I was done, I was done. And then in between each session, we had all these coaching things that we needed to practice. Thankfully, Microsoft paid for my certification since I was still an employee there because the total cost was over $10,000 in between the retreats, the travel, the accommodations. In fact, I think it was closer to $15,000, but I didn't have the actual numbers because it's been a long time and I didn't pay for it myself. So just think about that. For at least $10,000 for 6 months and for over 100 hours of time, I got a coaching certificate. Then in our last retreat, on the Saturday of our last retreat, the trainer started to sell us about how this certificate was just the beginning. Now we knew enough to do a little coaching, but we weren't qualified yet. And we couldn't use the coaching school's name on our marketing materials or on LinkedIn or say that we were certified because we needed more. I will never forget how at the end of this certification, the instructors spent almost a whole day showing us how much we did not know, all to sell us an additional certification. This certification, so you first have to get the coaching certification, and then you need to get your professional coaching certification. And that was at least another 6 months. For most people, it was 9 to 12 months, plus at least $8,500. And I paid for this one for the certification. Plus, you had to hire one of their approved coaches at $400 a month at least. All in all, by the time I got my professional certification, I had spent over 500 hours attending training, doing coaching practice on fellow certification people, getting my own clients and coaching them, plus getting coached myself along with over $20,000. So 500 hours, more than $20,000. At the end, I did pass my exam and I got my professional coaching certificate, all ready to hit the road and create my coaching business, when this same company came knocking on my door again to sell me yet another certification. This time it was in how to market yourself as a coach so that I could actually, make money in my business. Whew. Thankfully, I had a marketing background, so I didn't need that certification, but a few of my other classmates went on and they went into this certification, and the marketing certificate led to yet another certificate, which led to yet another certificate, which led to another, and on and on. It was like the never-ending certification, can't even say merry-go-round, but it was just like this maze of, okay, now you have this, now you need this. I'm so glad that I got off the certification train when I did, but let me tell you, it's so easy to get sucked into it because you trust these people. You know, I actually did learn quite a lot in the programs, but, you know, I can't spend my time being a full-time student. I have to work and make money. And there are entire business models created around making me and making you feel like we're not good enough and we must invest in some bogus certificate program. And I know because I've met people who have that business model. And it really makes me frustrated. In fact, there was somebody like that in my really expensive paid mastermind a few years ago. And I will never forget how she talked about how, you know, she just makes it up and just, it doesn't really mean anything, but people love to have a certificate. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is your business model. So why do I tell you that story? Well, I want you to see how easy it is to get sucked into a certification game. It's easy to love learning. I love learning. And it's easy to want to be your best, which, you know, is you and it's me. We want to deliver the best for our clients, which means we constantly have to learn and grow ourselves, which is fine. But unethical business people take advantage of that by promising that all the answers you need are just on the other side of this certification. Then when you get through it, you're like, okay, but it didn't answer everything, so now you have to go through another certification. And that leads us to today. Look, times are changing faster than ever, especially in the online digital marketing world. And with that change comes uneasiness and a desire to do things right. Like, our hearts are in the right place. We want to do things right. But that leads us to look for teachers and classes and certifications to prove that we are, in fact, doing things, quote unquote, right. But what's beneath that is a feeling of not being good enough. You see, when I was doing coaching, I never had one single client who asked me what my certifications were. They didn't ask to see them. I never had one client who said, wow, I'm glad you invested in that professional certificate instead of the generic certificate. I don't actually think I ever made a single extra dollar from investing over $8,000 more into the professional certificate after I got my first one. And the same goes for all the other certifications and courses that I've taken. Because many people out there are selling you the idea of a certification, not selling you a better way to do business or a better way to serve your clients. There is a big difference. And look, I'm a lover of learning. I really love to learn. But the course should be clear that this is learning, not for growing your business. And a lot of them are about growing your business. And here's the thing, we're indoctrinated to believe that, you know, learning and certifications and credentials are what we need to do. I know. I have a degree from the University of Washington in business administration and marketing. But when I graduated from college, the thing that got me my first jobs, it wasn't that degree. It was the internships and the volunteering and the real life experience that I had where I could show tangible proof of, yeah, I know what I'm doing. So I invested all that time and money into a degree when the volunteering, internships, and real life experience I gained was actually much more valuable. I don't think I would undo going to college because I got a lot more out of it than that, but it's just to say that, you know, a degree doesn't guarantee anything. A certificate, I keep saying that word wrong. A certificate does not guarantee anything. Graduating from a course doesn't guarantee anything. Instead, we need to have the guts, and I needed to have the guts to actually roll up my sleeves and start doing real work versus learning theory. The results are what mattered, not so much how I actually got there. And I'd say the same is even more true today, especially in the online business and digital marketing spaces where things are moving so fast. They're changing faster than I've ever seen change happen in this field. So before you decide to invest in another course, a certificate program, or other training, I want you to ask yourself a few really key questions that I always ask myself too, because I am so guilty. I love signing up and learning things, but sometimes it's just a distraction. So the first thing I ask is instructor qualifications. Is the instructor, not the company, but the actual instructor, transparent about who they are and what their experience is? What current projects are they themselves doing? When you Google the instructor, do they have evidence of their professional experience and results to back up that expertise? If not, don't buy. Number 2, results. Will this certificate or course or whatever it is actually help you serve your customer better? Or is it more likely to make you feel better about who you are? Tough question, I know, but really necessary. And that's not to say that there isn't something to be said about, mindset courses or anything like that. Just know what you're getting into. And if it's going to help you with serving your clients or growing your business faster, or if it's more of a personal development course. And then you can make your choice accordingly. And then the third thing that I ask myself is ROI, or return on investment. Bottom line, is this going to help you make more money? If not, and if you're not at a place of monthly or weekly or quarterly income that you want to be, it's likely to be a waste of your time, money, and attention. And I don't say that lightly because, again, I love to read and learn and grow. But as a business owner, my time, and as a business owner, your time and our attention is just as important, if not more important, to make sure that you spend wisely. I mean, look, friend, we can always make more money, but you cannot go back in time and get back wasted time and effort. So invest yourself wisely. Those are just 3 questions I ask myself whenever I'm thinking about investing time or money in a new certificate or training program. And often when I go through being honest with myself, the answer is no, I don't need this training. I need to roll up my sleeves and dive into doing the work to figure things out. And I urge you to really consider this before jumping into the next new, hot, or interesting thing. Ask yourself, do you really need that certificate or online course? Or is your time and attention better spent serving your clients and creating your own path to profit and success? All right, I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing to get to know your audience and what they want from you? What are you doing to make sure that you know how to serve your clients better and better and better? What are you doing to make sure that the learning you do invest your time in is making you a better business owner? Hit me up on social media or simply email me, Michelle@michelleLevins.com. And as you were listening to this, did you think of someone who could use these insights about creating profit without worry in their business? If you can, would you do both of us a big favor and share this episode with them? It's easy to do from whatever podcasting app you're listening on. Just hit the little share button, or you can share the URL for today's show, which is profitwithoutworry.com/episode-148, and your friend can listen right there. And don't forget to go read the article, The Real Reason Proven Marketing Formulas Have Stopped Working. You can get that at today's show notes or profitwithoutworry.com/article so that you can see what it takes to create a movement with your marketing. All right, I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place on another great episode of Profit Without Worry. See you then.